Hello there, gentle ladies, and gentle fluids. My name is Necro Sama, and you tuned in to Top Flight Reads. This week on Top Flight Reads, we're starting a new series called Crown of Ahrah. It's a series from Plus Manga, created by Darius Walker and illustrated by Vendici Exvanra. As per usual, I'm here with the normal cast. We have Stormrave.
Yeah, man.
You better pay up.
MEL.
Hello.
Akashic.
Hi.
And Tiza.
Still the serious one. Let's do this.
I was waiting for that.
Catchphrase.
I don't say that.
All the
No, I'm saying
gonna,
mine is.
Okay, I was like, what?
all the viewers are gonna come here just to hear that.
The serious one?
We'll like to see if he's still saying that.
All right. Cover page.
Look at this. We have opening narration. Ding.
Kaiden D killed. A powerful magus teams up with Bella G. Alice, a brilliant young archaeologist venturing the globe in search of 12 ancient artifacts previously in ownership to the Great One, creator of life and arcane runes, Ahrah. But danger lurks at every corner for the artifacts, attract hostile attention, not only from man, but from beasts too. It's them against the world. Zawarudo!
And there it is.
I like the logo
Right.
icon. So much blue.
Okay.
Goggles character is Goggles character.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I love the Goggles character. Goggles characters make me feel at home, so I'm excited to be here.
It wasn't until
About-
now that I saw the second Goggle. I thought he was just wearing a little top hat. Akashic, Tiza Blue. Y'all got words for this cover?
Tiza blue. Well, it is blue, so I do like it. Blue is my favorite color.
Mine too.
See, I think the blue you all are referring to is just part of how this anthology wraps the cover page for a series. I don't think
It
that's
is.
part of the
Fine.
cover.
I'm
It
fine
is.
with that. I'm fine with that. It's still blue, and it's still my favorite color.
Let's talk about Captain Skull Jackson in the background here.
Baby eyes on Ghoul.
Sure, let's go with that. Captain Skull Jackson. Look at his sword. Looks so menacing and rusted. Totally a possessed piece of skeleton bones.
Necro.
I like him. Goggles Boy, I don't know. This
Necro.
already looks like Digimon to me.
Yay!
You know what vibes I'm getting?
I don't know.
I'm getting
Digi
Hero
vibes?
Tales. No.
Oh,
no,
Hero
not-
Tales.
not- Hero Tales.
Oh, screw you.
I haven't seen that yet, but apparently
Don't.
it is
Don't.
not good.
It's not horrible. It's just
Boring.
it gave me some inspiration, but at the same time, it kind of drags.
Okay.
And apparently Kaden has energy power thingies. So that's a thing.
I like the like you already mentioned this, Nico, but I like how the logo they did would go really nice on a t-shirt. Like having a really nice t-shirt logo.
They must have
I
put
like
a lot of work into the title.
Mm-hmm.
Crown of
Yeah.
Ahrah.
That is a wonderful title.
All right.
It also at the bottom though kind of reminds me of Majora's Mask, down with the eyes and the little spikiness.
Oof.
And then you got either Cthulhu or Medusa on top, but still really cool.
All right. Next page.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Hey,
page one.
The Kingdom of Valkyria, Bandit's Graveyard.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Wait.
This is going to be interesting.
Wait a minute. So is she seriously reading the book while dude is down there fighting a bunch of skelly boys?
he ain't fighting. You see his arms? He's just like, hey guys,
He is
now let's
ready.
be sensible.
I mean, obviously she got her job, he got his. But
Question: why is she standing like that?
You know what? You know
I
what?
wanna show
You
you
know what?
something. You guys see her sweater?
I'm ignoring it. I'm trying.
No, I'm saying that her sweater, the way that it is that's loose.
Yeah.
That is gonna fall. She heckin' go into the bandit's graveyard with no straps.
Hey,
She asked
to
if
be
it's
fair,
Why
to be
is she
fair,
reading a book like
to be fair,
that?
if it's small enough and she has the parts for it, she can hold it up by herself.
Oh my god.
right here on the side
Oh my god.
is
I'm not gonna say I can't do it. I can't do it. Y'all
Side
can't.
boob.
Fan service. It's fan service.
slide.
It's fan service.
Also, I think her butt looks a little bit weird, but that's just
It's
my-
because of the way she's standing. They trying to.
So about this nice detail in the background.
It is a lot of nice detail in the
I do
background. I'll give it that.
It's above average.
But you can tell the way that they drew the pose. That's where they want you to look.
First panel is
You know what?
better with detail.
I instantly skipped my.
It's better with
all I'm gonna
toning.
say is this is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
My eyes instantly skipped to the second panel.
We know Storm.
That's
Rail.
because you're you.
Yeah, we
I'm
already know about you.
I'm just waiting on the fan art.
Oh god, it's probably
You know
already
what?
probably already being done right now as we speak.
Look
Right.
at the second,
Oh.
panel. Look at the second
So-
panel. I instantly pick up my stylus.
Oh god.
No, see. What you need to focus on is Captain Skull Jackson in the background. He got his Scully boys ready to go.
Mhm. Yeah, I see that. They both got the nice adventure backpacks. Cool. Gotta love the backpack.
They're
I'm
team
guessing the thing in the bottom. What?
They are Team Backpack versus Team Captain Skull Jackson.
I'm guessing the thing in the bottom left is what she's reading in the book.
I hope so, because that's where the frig. If that was just a book full of beauty tips right now, and all of this is going down, I would just rage.
That would be
Oh,
hilarious. That would be
Could be.
hilarious.
You never know.
All right.
I wonder why she's not putting the book in her bag. I guess maybe she's using it for that crystal thing. Is
Yeah.
that crystal? Okay.
Maybe she took the book out her book bag and was studying something.
Maybe looking
Yeah.
up what this is. You know,
Yeah.
I hope so.
How
That's
to get
fine.
it out of its like little crystal sphere thing.
Probably.
Next, the page of the pool.
The crystal look-
Next
The crystal looks
page.
like a digi egg.
Referencing that trash season. How dare you?
Is this left to right or right to left?
That is a good question.
Anytime now.
Hold on. These things take time. Would you rather me setting off some grand trap by removing it quickly?
Hmm.
Ooh. She told him.
Enjoying the pacing so far. It's only been 2 pages.
Yeah.
How can
What do you
comment
like
on
about the
that?
pacing?
It's
It
like
only got
not
like 4 because it got like 4 panels on the page.
Oh,
Yeah, 5.
of course.
panels in 2
Ooh.
pages. I love
Oh
it.
god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 panels.
You know what? I'm gonna leave it alone.
This guy definitely knows how to add detail and shade. I will say that for sure.
Mm,
The tone doesn't look out of place or forced like some people try to oversaturate. Normally, I don't like this amount of screen tone, but the way this artist did it is acceptable for me.
because this is more or less how you're supposed to utilize it.
I like that. The main character in the first panel and kind of in the second panel, something about him looks off to me. I don't know what it is.
Mm,
Maybe it's just the pants.
that boy do got stretchy pants.
What's wrong? He got them Aladdin pants. What's wrong with that?
You know what? How did you know what? I know Disney Boy, of course Disney Boy thought of that, but that was what I was thinking.
Okay, you got some mooks and then a mini boss.
Mooks are a trope. Fun
I don't
fact.
know. I don't know if the dude in the middle is a mook. You see the way he's smiling. Like he ain't trying to fight. He trying to buck. Like,
The hand, the
my
hand,
hands is ready.
the hand in the second panel looks weird to me. I don't know why. I can't figure out why.
What at number 2?
Yeah.
Probably the last 2 fingers. I want to say.
Top or bottom?
Bottom.
Let's talk about Panda 2.
No, I'm
That's
in front of you.
Oh,
Bottom
like-
the top 2 fingers.
The ring and the ring and the pinky.
Yeah, thought it said last 2. I meant last 2.
I know what you meant.
Honestly, it might be the index one too, because that's really, really long considering where this is.
Speaking of long in hands, what about panel 4? Is her hands a little weird? At least the
I
Harley
thought-
one.
Not as
Oh,
weird.
for sure they are. But I'm thinking that that's probably the magic of the book. No, I'm kidding.
She
Oh,
got some bony fingers though.
Which
The typical draw the fingers really thin so that people don't really pay attention to them to hide the fact that never mind.
I don't think that's a thing.
Are you trying to throw shade or what you trying to do, man?
No, I felt like that's how it was coming off, so I had to shut up.
No, she just has thin, delicate fingers. It's to make her look appealing.
Dainty fingers.
You guys
Sure, let's go
find
with that.
people
Well,
with
she gonna stab.
bone-thin fingers healing season?
I'm not saying we do. I'm saying that's typically why women do an anime. It makes them look
What's
more. I don't know.
Sultry.
Sure, let's go with that.
What's that
Raga-
one guy from My Hero that can
You gotta
hard
be more
stuff?
specific.
Kirishima.
Midoriya.
I mean,
Like
there's
he
two of
used
them.
Looks like he not the steel guy, the just straight hard.
Yeah, let's go Shima then.
It looks like she did his quirk on her hand,
Bruh.
on her left one.
See, I'm not throwing shade.
That's not sure. It's just hardened.
So back to Captain Skull Jackson here.
Uh-huh.
He's losing points with me.
Why?
Why?
Because we're starting to see the rest beyond his shoulders, and I'm all like, dog. I was expecting something more threatening.
That is threatening.
No.
Nothing but a bone.
No,
And
like,
he ready to buck.
no, because, like, it's just armor. It doesn't make me feel like he's intimidating anymore.
Look, looks can be deceiving.
Low-level mini-boss.
So
Probably.
you're just not gonna say anything about that big old giant sword?
I said something about that on the cover. It still looks the same. Like, what else is there to say?
I like Bella's hairstyle.
Bella.
The girl.
Yeah.
The girl.
All right, because they did name them at the, on the cover page.
Opening narration.
Anything else, or shall we move on?
I'm adding sins for
That's
that.
honestly about it.
For what? Wait, Akashic, what are you adding sins for?
You.
Because they opened the narration with their names,
Oh.
but the comic starts off, the manga starts off with them. They could have cleverly told us what their names were.
Shoot. Could have been done on this page right here.
Exactly. It's not a big deal. So it's only a minor amount of sins, but still sins regardless.
At the same time, how often do you say people's names when you're doing stuff with them? It's just you two.
You could have been like,
Well-
anytime now, Bella.
In a serious situation?
Right, especially in a situation like this. Like if they were just hanging out, then that's one thing. But my man's about to book with like 8 skeletons and Skeletor over there.
Captain
And she
Skull
up there,
Jackson.
and she over there bending her back out reading a book. You dang right, I'm calling you by your name. So over trying to look cute. I'm about to die, and you over there trying to look cute.
Over her reaching over the table. What's she doing?
Reaching over the table like that. Yeah, I'm addressing you by your name. Help.
All right. Next page.
So page 3.
Are you freaking kidding me? We've set off every trap in this place.
Dodge.
Slash.
Hurry the H up.
The Gaiden Orb, a special gemstone that can resurrect souls within 10 minutes of death. Yes, it is definitely a relic. This dungeon wasn't a waste of time like the last.
Oh boy.
Great. Now grab the damn thing. Let's go.
Oh boy.
I'm not done bending my back out yet. Give me a minute.
Zarbon.
Man.
Zarbon.
Oh,
Slow that down.
oh
Okay.
boy.
So, panel 2 though.
Keep it together, Storm. Keep it together.
Something about the slash seem off to you, Storm? Or the way he's dodging it or something? Like, I don't know.
Maybe the dodge. The Skelly boy looks fine to me.
The dodge seemed a little. Is flat the right word?
There's not enough. There's not that much. There's not that much implied gesture. The dodge to me.
You implied twisting that hand though.
Mm-hmm.
But in the overall body, it just looked like it. The dodge looks kind of stale, static.
Kind of looks like he tripped.
I like that first panel though.
I like.
Yeah,
the
that's
second.
cool.
I like the second.
What?
I like the second.
What? Okay.
I mean the third.
what?
The third. I like the third.
What do you like about the third?
I'm just how it has a close up of the corner of Bella's face and then it has the speech bubbles. I don't know. I've always been a fan of that.
I get it. I like that.
I respect that.
In the third panel, I like the third skeleton, the one closest to the right, who's like, huh?
You're trying to fight back, see? Now we're gonna have to rough you up now, see? Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us
like,
the crystal. Give us the
Matter of
crystal.
fact-
The boy gets it. See, yeah.
No, I gotta give the skeletons voices now because they clearly not gonna give me nothing to do with this one.
In that
Well,
case-
Maybe that's why he's so scared. He's fine with fighting them, but they talking to him, and that's what's throwing him off.
In that case, you got Tiza. In that case, you got to say this. Yeah, she, yeah. Give us the crystal, or the boy gets it. She, yeah.
But they're protecting the crystal. That's the reason they here.
And she over here fan servicing, and she's servicing the fans right now.
Hey,
She got servicing the fans. That's all she
I
doing.
ain't hating it. It's just an observation. I'm not hating her for it.
Let her serve.
Let her serve.
you know what? I'm not gonna take it any farther than this. Bella is now best character.
Oh my god. We have seen
Really?
literally 2.
Like,
Really?
we have seen 3 pages, and she's had like 3 sentences total.
So I'm starving.
And she is the best character out of all, like, what, 4 that we know. He's already claimed.
Okay. To all people watching this, to all
Count
people
out Skeleton
watching
as one, and then Big Skeleton.
this, so I'm Stormrave. Oh boy.
My favorite manga of all time is High School of the Dead. Okay.
We already know how you are, though.
Fan service the manga. However, you can't
know
just
how you are,
suggest a fan service.
What are you talking about?
Yes, we got Storm out here drooling.
I am not drooling, okay? I have at least 4 more pages to start drooling, okay? Calm down.
Oh my god.
Well, at least he's already anticipating it. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Who knows?
So
Burst her bubble, by the way, but I think her boobs are a little weird. Like, they're just a little bit off, at least to me. But maybe I'm wrong.
It's because they're working hard to keep that sweater up. They overwork. They get tired.
It's because the right one isn't that round to me, and the left one.
we analyzing breasticles right now.
I mean,
Mel brought it up.
I was gonna say it's just a little off. Like y'all are being so excited about the heckin' fan service, and I'm like, but the execution, I feel like could be better if you're gonna fan service. But
okay, first of all, the only one excited is Storm right now.
No, I'm not.
Is it Necro also? Necro?
I'm not. I'm just pointing it out. Like, I really like the eyeball in panel 3.
Yeah, I do too. I already said the third panel is my favorite.
I like how the eyebrow is behind the hair.
Oh.
You understand? That is something I love it. Okay. I don't like how the hair.
It's only 4 panels total on the page.
Exactly.
Look,
one thing I don't like is how the hair and the eyebrow seem to be behind the eyeball. That's confusing. Those are my little nitpicky things.
I have a question. The main character, Coon, is he like wearing like a midriff top, or is that like fabric?
I think it's fabric.
according to the cover page, it's just a belt.
Okay, big belt, but okay.
Exactly.
Oh,
Big belt.
shall we continue?
Yes.
Yeah, we're done with this page.
Right. If she's just about finished up, then I'll stop playing games here.
He just now starting to. You know what? Leave it alone. The boy here is Kaiden D. Killer, a rebellious and destructive seeker, possessor of Vengeance Storm, the rune of electricity.
Ooh.
Oh, he's trying to get all up in it. Think he's gonna bring a shock to our system, huh? All right, we raise you your electricity and see you one skull mob. See? Yeah.
So you remember how I was saying that it was a small sin earlier?
About the
How
name?
they didn't mention the names. It is now officially a big one.
Why?
Because not only did they not tell us their names through actual dialogue between them, they told us beforehand in narration and then reintroduced us again 4 pages into the dude.
In narration.
Into the you mean into the story?
See, that's just how he did.
Yep,
But more importantly, so we get backers right now. We get backers right now.
I'm back.
What does that mean?
He is Genji.
Genji?
Yes.
From what?
Check that obscure reference for you people out there. Get backers. Look it up.
Ooh, I've heard of
This
that.
has been a public service announcement from Tiza.
That's what he is right.
Right, Mr. Right.
Yeah.
Also,
Out of everything and so okay. I
Black
haven't
Genji.
seen that. Apparently Genji is OP. But
Kind of is.
I'll give it. I'll
The
get
right
it.
eye in panel 2 looks a little weird to me.
Which
I like
one?
the right eye.
In panel 2 looks weird to me.
His right eye or our right eye?
His right eye.
Yeah, I like the angle / pose in panel 2.
For those of you interested in Akashic's review of The Lion King, check it out.
Oh my god.
Having these shameless plugs.
well, thank you, I guess.
So about that lighting that we have here in panel 1.
Like, where's the light coming from?
It's
Well,
coming from
technically it's the
underneath
lightning
him.
around him, so I was just saying. You can see it glowing on his clothes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's some good lighting.
Lightning doesn't produce light. It's coming from underneath him.
Oh my god.
Are you saying there's no identifiable light source?
No.
Pretty sure he was taking the piss on that one.
Yes, I was.
I need this panel 3 is nice. If he don't start throwing hands, I'm be upset.
Well, he's getting serious now. Well, no, he's going to stop playing
He's getting
games.
serious.
Mm-hmm.
Which I will give him the benefit of the doubt, since the only thing that we've seen is one of the skeletons swipe at him. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because the way he was talking earlier, he probably was fighting for a bit.
I'm gonna laugh if on the next page this man is not fighting. I'm gonna laugh.
All right, next page.
Oh, I was also gonna say though before we go, I like because when he's like powering up, you know, like how sometimes when characters power up, their like hair like starts doing the float thing. I like how his hair is doing the little float thing.
In panel 1.
Like panel 1 and then onward. But yeah.
Like, for me, it's not floating just enough yet. But yeah.
Well, like they started the float and then it came back down, but
Oh,
Skull
he did a chain
Goons.
homing attack.
Hey, Skull Goons are still the best thing so far.
The
what do they
middle
say? Will
panel-
they attack?
No, they got the most detail. They got the best tone usage. They got the best expressions. All right, boys, here's going to be the plan, see? You up in the front, you're going to be the distraction, see? Because you got the most cone-shaped head, see? You're going to charge up front. He's going to zap you. Then the other boys are going to flank him around the right, see? And then when he's distracted with the front mook, you two are going to come up on the side and slash him, see? Give him that mook slash. And then you guys on the back are going to stick up behind him and give him that full Nelson, see? And then all of you are going to run in and stab the crap out of him with your rusty swords to give him tetanus. All right, boys? Break.
Tetanus.
I mean, roar! There we go.
The middle panel. I'm sorry. I'm okay.
What?
That it messes up. It breaks the immersion for me. I'm sorry. There was just if he would have just added the artist would have added some like some action lines in the background or some focus lines like.
If the lightning was done better, I would like it.
Is
For
that
the
lightning
best
coming from his eyes?
Yeah.
I thought that was smoke. Oh, God.
He need to go
Yes.
check. He or she, they should have checked out Kuroko no Basket before they did.
Oh,
Like, that's how you do
What?
lightning in the eye.
God.
Bro. That
Dog.
we hit up that lightning too thick. I'm sorry.
Oh, Speed Blitz. I like that.
Pew, 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 pew. I like. Okay, you got lightning in hands. Okay.
Also,
This is the new Sonic.
at least they're consistent with their like how they're drawing their lightning, because like in the middle panel it's like but like they keep doing the same thing, so at least they have consistency on their side.
I love the poses, especially the second and third pose in panel 4.
You got a downward punch. You got your uppercut, and then you got your haymaker or your jab. I think.
I think it's the last one that's like the least satisfying.
Yeah.
Well, because he ain't doing nothing.
Should have hit him with a knee after that.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. Like same angle, just a knee. Maybe raise him up a little bit. But I do like that panel. Again, another good flowing page. Well flowing page.
Does the second panel break your immersion like it does with Storms, or no?
Lightning could have been done better, but
Zoo. That's a weird way to. Anyway.
narration.
Oh no!
Yeah.
We figured out our plan. See, it's gonna charge us all at once, so we don't have time to spread out. What do we do?
Panel 2, bubble crash. Never mind.
What boy?
No!
You know, Mel. I need you to zoom in. I'm gonna zoom. Mel, can you please zoom in? Mel,
Which
can you please
panel?
zoom
Wait, which panel?
in? Panel 4.
So you can read.
I'm just gonna ignore all of that. Like
That's fine. Can you read it? Do I need to go more?
No, you're fine.
That's so
Here,
unnecessary.
I'll just make it easier. There you go.
Adamant hearts. Special gemstones similar to arcane runes that holds the essences of the Great One. Seekers obtain these gemstones for currency and magic points that strengthen a seeker's rune.
Those guys were light work.
I'm gonna zoom back out.
I like that pose in panel 3, panel 1.
I like the
His
one.
face. I like the one in 2, but his face looks a little weird.
It does seem like it doesn't fit what he just did.
Yeah.
He had to do that.
Fire roar.
He draws eyes too small for me, but that's a personal thing.
Could be what it is. They're kind of spaced out. But that final panel, he did that main character look back one-liner.
I liked that panel, but I think the problem.
Skeletons.
I think the problem with the eyes in panel 2, at least for me, are the pupil on his right but our left is like the pupil in the eye itself is going a little farther than the other eye, so it just makes it kind of like a little bit like off feeling.
Makes sense.
And even though like I'm not in love with panel 2, but I still think like as a whole the page works well.
Oh yeah. 2, 3, 4, 6 panels and it still flows nice.
Look, okay. Okay, look, okay. So I need to draw some comic layout 101. Most well-drawn professional comics usually have between 4 to 6 panels on a page. Usually 6.
Educate him. Yes.
And it looks nice.
Educate him.
And for the record, in my experience, the only time pages look cluttered is if you have more than 8 panels. Because even 8 panels, if you do it right, doesn't look too bad. It's when you start going above that when it starts looking cluttered. But not every single.
Coming from? Where's this coming from?
Yeah, where's this?
He's trying to educate you, dog.
All this constant talk of there needing to be 2 or 3 panels on every dang on page.
Yeah.
No, I did not say that once.
I said all this talk on the subject.
Who said that?
Mostly Akashic.
Dude,
When?
What?
In this
What?
in this video, when has that been said?
What to say? When have I ever said that?
Like every time Akashic makes a comment about Nico only liking a page because it has less than a certain number of panels
I'm
on
doing
the page.
that for satire. Fool.
I
What
know.
is wrong with you?
He asked me where it came from. I'm just answering the question. I don't
Yeah, you getting upset. I'm just saying these pages are flowing nicely.
I'm
Just
having a
let me
very
educate-
old time, okay?
Let me
I'm
educate
having a
y'all. Oh, what? Who man's is this?
You said it, not
Yo,
me.
man. Oh,
Okay then.
oh.
We done with this page?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, like I said, y'all talking about the way he looking back. I just want y'all to know he ain't looking back at the rebel that he just called. Just like, yeah.
Okay, look.
You look back at
I'm
that
just
fan
saying.
service.
I'm
You said
telling you, you know, he know what he doing.
You said it, not me.
I know that.
Next page.
Next page.
I was also gonna say though, I like how he's like, those guys were light work, when previously he was like, hey, don't you need to hurry up? Like, we're in a precarious situation. Just kidding. Bang.
That is kind of weird, though.
Time to get serious.
Pretty
They
much.
weren't worth getting serious for.
He just
Even though like he was
Just
kind of
ain't
panicked
going
earlier. But either way.
In all seriousness, that is kind of weird.
Ooh.
Look how menacing
Check
Tiza has
this
become.
I'm
Look at
telling
that
you.
leg.
Come on, Tiza.
I
What
told
you got?
you.
What you got for
I'm
this?
still-
Told you, Tiza.
I'm still not a fan of the chest plate. But everything else is okay.
You hate
Like
the
the skirt.
chest plate. You ain't
It
got
just
much
doesn't
to work with
It doesn't seem like it fits the rest of it to me for some reason.
because he ain't got much to work with.
I'm talking about with the rest of the armor that's there.
Oh,
Electro Blade.
Oh, we already got that far down. Sorry. We were talking about armor.
Come on, go for it, Tiza.
You killed my minions. And now, for this, you must die.
whoa.
Why did you change the What happened to the ants? Yes. You got my minions, see?
He
I'm
go
gonna run
from
you through with the blade. I'm gonna run you through my rusty blade, see? Yeah.
No. That time's dead.
Well,
He
Now
go
he
from-
got serious. Now
It's
Captain
time to
Skull Jackson got serious.
Oh no. Oh no.
You see
I'm
what
like-
he does in panel 3 with the freaking action lines in the background. There you go. There
Do
you
you
go.
like his face better there or no?
The eyes are still too small for me, but I'm just for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna. That's just his style. That's just the artist's style.
You mean it's more realistic?
Sure, go with that.
His eyes aren't as big as you normally draw them, Storm.
Yeah.
I like that Electro Blade though.
He's Akashic.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
It's not good. Well, because not Chidori.
No, it looks nice. Like the pose that goes with it. Panel 3 is a little weird to me. I don't understand why.
He's reaching out, trying to touch him.
I said 3. Just bumping fists. Just,
Oh yeah,
He's
right.
got to
because
bump his fist to cause the electricity to go between his fingers.
I
making
get
the blade.
why it's happening.
What
It
is
just
there?
looks weird to me.
He's definitely Kenji.
What looks weird about it? Explain.
Maybe just the angle of the pose.
Oh, okay.
I'm
But I
surprised you
get
don't.
why it's there. Huh?
Do you like how it overlaps? Like some of the pictures overlap the panels.
Basically, I think it's just the pose itself. Like me with my way I write, I probably would have had, instead of bumping his fist together, he would have had like one hand up and then the lightning coming over his hand.
And getting smacked with a baseball bat.
Hey, he would grit his teeth, clenched his fist, and lightning.
Oh my god.
Oh, you can't keep making references to our series and no one knows about this.
That's true, yeah. Nobody
No.
knows about
This
it.
is how we get our series known. We keep talking about it. Eventually, the viewers will start asking questions. Oh, what's our Excalibur? What's Jetstream? What's Glow of a Shadow? What's
Look how long
Sasujin?
episode 1 is. No, they're not.
It's only 30 minutes. Calm down.
Do you know how long 30 minutes is?
If you're entertained by the video, 30 minutes goes by surprisingly quickly. I rewatched the whole thing, and it flew by a lot quicker than I thought it would.
Because it's shorter than when we actually recorded it. Of course it did.
No, educate him, Storm. Don't back down. Educate him.
I already said what I said.
Nah, like
Storm
my
with
point
the
is,
education. Yeah.
these references don't exactly take up a lot of time within that duration. That's what I mean.
They don't have to, as long as
So
you
he's
get-
gonna remember to ask about them.
Emil, you have comments?
Yeah. Let's talk
I was
about the
gonna
page.
say, in the top panel, the left leg, like the dude's left leg, but our right leg of the skeleton, Skull Jackson. Is that what we call him?
Captain Skull Jackson.
Captain
is
Skull
important.
Jackson. I apologize. Captain Skull Jackson's leggy out. I thought was funny. Because he's just like, oh, I'm here. I've made myself big to frighten you. Meanwhile, like, I actually like the overlap in the third panel, because it's not covering anything important, which might have been why they moved the leggy like that, like put the leggy out in the first one. I thought the overlapping in all the panels was pretty like cool and helped make things go. But also I think his like interesting like eyebrow curve in the third panel, I feel like gives the eye a bit of a it gives it like a bit of an excuse to maybe be a little bit weird, because he's doing the eyebrow thing and that scrunches your eye down a little bit weird. So I liked the zoom in panel 2 on the skull guy's face. Like overall, I just think I like the page.
I do like this page. Because
he also-
CSJ is serious now.
Also like how you sharpened your fingers to a point, Tiza, to really, really scare them.
Hey,
Little
look.
bone fingers.
He killed my skull moose. He must die.
It's just very nitpicky, but the fact that he called it Electro Blade, I'm putting a sin on that.
Electro Blade.
Why?
And I'm putting another one for the way that Nico says it.
Why are you putting a sin on the comic for something that Nico said?
Is it a sin that the character named it that, or is it a sin that the author made it that?
The character.
Okay.
But what's wrong with it? It's electric and it's a blade.
Electro.
Electro Blade. First of all, that's what you're saying. It's electro. You're supposed to say it as one word. Electro Blade.
But no. Yes, but no.
No.
I just find it super cheesy, and Electro Blade just no. The name is something fierce, like atomic.
Like what?
combustion. So,
All right,
Next
next page. Oh, snap. Okay, then.
okay.
Oh, here we go. What we saw on the cover page. Okay.
It is.
He just did a Neo move. This guy's Neo.
He blocked my blade. I must change tactics by using multiple sword slashes.
I don't
Wait,
know
so
why, but
Is he French now?
okay, so in panel 4, why does it look like he's going like
Because he is.
Yeah.
every time I see his face, it looks like he's going
I like panels 1 and 3. You know, I like my smirking characters.
So you're just gonna skip over the actual initial clash, huh?
It's okay. Just
pose again, the pose, well, not for the Skull Jackson here, but like main character Kun's pose looks kind of static to me again.
Yeah.
Like show him leaning forward, show like the blade like pushing him back like a little bit, even if he's being like typical main protagonist, oh I can hold off the bad guy with like no diff, like at least show him like kinetically putting in some effort, like show the weight of the sword against his electro blade or whatever.
Oh my word. He's blocking a physical object with lightning.
Yeah.
listen.
I'm talking about leaning into or leaning away from the blow. Like
It's not lightning, it's electro.
Blade.
show him leaning like against it, away from something.
No,
It
I know
just
what you
looks
mean.
like
Like, have it so the weight from CSJ is actually, affecting him in some way.
Yeah.
This
I
is
get
like
that.
Goku versus Trunks.
Stop.
I like panels 1, 2.
Why
I
do
like
you
panel
say
5. I like the clash panel. That's one way to
Yes.
draw a flurry of blows.
Continuous
it.
normal slashes because one was not enough.
In my headcanon, all the like little poppy pop panels down on that panel, like the little pop things, are just his bones cracking, trying to keep up with the sheer hecking speed of like himself. Because like he's just bone on bone here. There's no he don't have
Maybe
no
don't-
muscle.
His bones
Maybe
on
he's
bones
just
on bones.
Maybe
Right.
he's
like that
just
panel, too.
dislocating them.
Yeah.
Like that one guy.
Akashic.
Heckin' popping them,
Akashic.
going too
Akashic.
fast.
Yeah.
Akashic.
Maybe that's why he's
What?
roaring down here, because it's gonna be painful. But you want to know what? This is his treasure and his dungeon, so gosh dang it, he's gonna fight.
Yep. Captain Skull Jackson has
You-
another name.
You gotta Akashic in panels 4 and 5. You gotta do it the ho ho. Daga.
No.
That doesn't work here.
Well,
Because
why not?
my man's ain't got it.
Who man?
Mr. Electro Blade, he ain't got it.
Whoa,
We talking about Captain Skull Jackson.
Dude,
Yes,
it
but
doesn't
he doesn't
work.
either.
Next page.
He's just Nelson.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yo,
Ooh,
where's
look at that
Bella?
spook.
Oh my
I
god.
told you, Bella is still arching that back. She's doing what she's supposed to be doing. We
She's
ain't
doing
worried
that.
about her right now.
And now I must go in for the next slash.
When did
Behold.
that get there?
Behold my most powerful attack. Forward rushing single slash. Oh no, he dodged my most powerful attack. Forward running single slash. Now my sword is in the wall.
My man.
And now he's on my sword. I don't understand how he's doing this.
Okay.
Now is he a talent?
So I
My
like
man's just
panels.
changing species.
I like panels 1, 2, 3.
And 4?
Oh my god.
No, 1, 2,
In general.
4, and 6. 5 and 6. For all the Family Guy, for anyone who gets that reference, you're awesome. 5 and 6.
Sorry, says the reference then, if anybody gets that thing I referenced that I mentioned.
I know.
Comedic
What's
on Instagram? What's wrong
faces,
with you?
nice
I'm a fan.
choreography, jump above them, land on the sword. Like it. Like the pose for the landing really much.
Not panel 4 though.
Yeah, 4 is little.
What's
I
wrong
like
with him?
the-
He just rushing in. That's his most.
No,
that's his most-
Not Captain Skull Jackson, aka Nelson. I'm talking about
Yes.
Caden here.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. He looked more scared in panel 3 than here.
He's probably less scared because he sees the technique he's using.
Hey. You will not disrespect. Forward running single slash.
Here's the thing: he probably can't hit his opponent with a forward running single slash because he keeps announcing his attacks before doing them.
Hey, look,
That's
to be
his
fair,
fault, not ours.
to be fair, so did Caden.
Yeah, that is true.
And they didn't. And you know what's the crazy part? You know what the crazy part is? They didn't even do that thing where it's like just text in the background. The character actually said it. Like they didn't do that ambiguous thing where maybe they said it, maybe they thought it. Like He actually said it, so that's a sin right there.
Either just Goku, but he seems to hit things pretty okay.
I'm talking about just like calling out the name of your attacks aloud.
So does Goku, and he still hits things okay. And his is actually dragged out.
I'm talking about the unnecessary. I'm talking about like it being just stupid doing that in general.
Well, yeah, it is from a tactical standpoint, but they still
Main
get away.
character magic.
No, this is battle series in general.
Also, the backswing in the arm on panel 1.
Yeah,
It's
that
like-
is interesting.
Is
He's whipping it
just
around. He whipping it.
bang, and then dash to stab. Like I just don't.
Yeah, that is very, very questionable.
Is that
face.
because of the backlash in the previous? Like he took too many hits and it shoves his sword back, or is that him like reeling it back to then push it like to pull it down and then thrust it forward? Because I feel like that wouldn't help very much.
I
Looks
think
like-
the remaining slash motions they have there is to show that ending, I guess.
Okay.
I thought it
at
was
least
the
I hope.
recoil.
I hope.
Okay.
Otherwise,
And also,
why is all of that there?
Also, his sword, the reason why it looks like that is because he keeps doing, like, he keeps stabbing it accidentally into the wall or into people like that. Like, he needs to take
Accidentally
time.
into people?
Yeah.
Well, oh, sorry. Accidentally into the wall or into people, like this. And he's not taking the time for weapon maintenance. So, everybody, weapon maintenance. Or your sword's going to look like that.
It's
And
important.
it is?
Now, see, you see that last panel where he's actually falling down on the sword and the motion line's in the right direction? And it looks like he's actually, falling down on it?
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's
No, this is a
Good
learning
example.
moment. I'm not gonna be mad. Also, though, quick question: why is like Captain Skull Jackson?
Yes.
He looks like he's been hit like from like his spine to go over, but he's not. He's just like, I guess that's just the force of that dude landing on the sword has like caused him to be like, oh no, but like, or maybe they just wanted to keep him in the panel.
I
But-
think so,
Yeah,
because there's
it
really no
looks weird.
reason for him to change his stance like that if he's just trying to
Yeah.
pull it out.
Yeah, because I was like, that wouldn't help him keep his balance. He'd be very off balance, especially for a man of bones. But
Literal skull and bones.
Yeah.
Bones.
but either way.
Next page.
Ooh, it's time. It's time.
Okay.
Oh
I
no.
like that.
He has overcome my most powerful technique.
Oh.
Forward running, single slash.
Oh. Electro Knuckle.
Okay. Now I'm tacking on a sin for that. The knuckle. It's not the
Hold
electro. The
on.
knuckle is-
No, you can't tack on a sand for the sand that I already sand.
I just did. What
No,
the heck
Blade.
you gonna do about it?
Electro
And
Knuckle.
the sands are my thing. You keep trying to drop my style.
Oh no. Okay, I
don't
love
give
that
sins,
post. I don't care
and
what
that's
anyone
not my
says.
thing. But if I
Here's the
did
thing,
give
if-
sins, I would give one for Necro. How he heckin' said knuckle. Why did you say knuckle that way?
Here's the thing.
Like your Electro was so like it was powerful. I was like, okay, and then knuckle.
That's the joke, man. That's the joke.
Can't.
That's
That's
how
the
they
joke.
do it. You say the first word, all rough, and then you're jumping and attacking the second time. You Knuckle. That's
It sounds like no, just
To
can't.
everyone watching, I apologize.
I love the
see-
first panel's pose. I don't care.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
pose is magnificent. But
Look at him.
it
He's
just
so
threw me
confident.
off that he just called him the Electro Knuckle.
Giving him a knuckle sandwich, man.
Look,
Yeah.
oh
Got the
please,
blade,
oh please.
got the
He
don't.
knuckle.
ruined it. He ruined it. But are you leaving, Akashic?
I can't leave because we still have more pages to read.
At
At least when you name things like that, I wouldn't call it anything if it's just an Electro Knuckle.
he can't say
If
he can't
Electro
say lightning
Knuckle is
blade
the
and
best,
she don't.
right? So you just leave it at that. If you can't come up with anything better than, well, hey, look, no disrespect, but Electro Knuckle, like it's one thing when Raccoon did it because that was satire and it works for his character. This man just walking around Electro Blade, Electro Knuckle.
What's his name? Caden.
Caden.
Yes.
Go Caden Crush. There you go. You want to go? There you go. Go
See,
forward.
I would take that over Electro Knuckle. Go Caden Crush. I'd be down with that. That sound cold. As long as you don't say it like that. Go Caden Crush. Don't do that. Oh, no.
I think the only issue is that his Electro Knuckle is very, very similar to his Electro Blade, and how it, like, not only how it's drawn, but how it works. Like, because the only difference really is, like, his hand, like, being from, like, closed. Can I go back up? To, like, no, it's not. It's still, his fists are the same. The only, like, it's too much the same.
The Electro.
Yeah,
Right.
one's a blade, and the other one is a punch.
And the
other
other one's
one's
a knuckle. The other one is a knuckle.
a single knuckle.
Get right.
I don't know. They're very similar, but I guess that's why they're called Electro Blade and Electro Knuckle, so that it will be different.
I do like this page though. The first panel, that pose and Skull Guy's reaction, then the smirky McSmirky face because main character smirky face.
Mm-hmm.
In the final panel is that impact. Nice.
Yeah.
I like the impact.
The impact's cool. The pose is cool. That second panel confuses me though. How did he completely change the direction of his face?
What do you mean?
Okay, look. Number one, he is standing in a way where he kind of has to tilt his head a little bit to the right to look at him. Now, all of a sudden, we're in the exact opposite direction. When did he turn?
Yeah. Right then and there. You ever seen a boxing match where the people be doing that?
Yeah, but we see their whole body.
Right, but the southpaw, you can switch it up in an instant. Look it up, Conor McGregor. He did it to Floyd Mayweather. He still lost, but he did that against Floyd Mayweather. Tilt that head. Electro Knuckle. Oh,
speaking of that panel, y'all looking at this background?
What background?
Where
the
the Electro Knuckle takes place.
Oh, okay. I was like, there's a lot of different ones.
Things are happening. Swirls and lightnings.
Yeah, so the thing about these like curved lines in the BG, does that look right where it just sort of stops halfway? Even though the entire background of the panel has that like tone in the background with lightning in it?
Yes. Yes, that throws me off.
Because the first time I saw that, I was like, yo, what?
Yo.
It is a possibility that he's drawing in the other elements with the knuckle.
Oh my god.
That's another difference. He's drawing in other elements. The knuckle is a joint attack.
Wham.
Also, that lower bolt that's like going down from the fist, that has the tone effect on it. I don't think that was intentional.
Oh, wait, where?
The lower bolt, the one below the little swirly thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that was intentional.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Overall, other than that panel, I really like this page. That panel's, it's okay.
Yeah, the other ones are cool.
Do you think, like, if you were them, would you get rid of this panel, or would you just do it differently?
It's really just the background itself that confused me.
Okay.
Because they're doing two different things.
So you're fine with, like, the character itself and the pose?
Yeah, close enough.
Okay.
Score! Hey, you done yet?
Yeah, I got it.
Sounded mighty scared there.
She's just putting it in her book bag. What's the problem?
Right. Why are you constantly staring?
What was the okay?
I have never seen him so defensive until the fun bags got brought into the equation.
I can't.
I still really like her hairstyle.
Sure you do. I see what he means. Because like just a couple panels ago, we could see him full body putting it into the book bag, but I guess not for her. I guess that's what he meant.
I was like, I can't believe like that heckin' it has to be that way. Because like we don't even get to see her heckin' face, but we do get to see her tummy and everything else. Her double belt that's going on.
Hey, look, the double belt is the win. I like double belts.
Do you like the double belt, even when they don't do what belts should do?
Yes.
Like education.
I've always liked that.
Education.
I've always personally been a fan of those. As long as there's not too many, I like it. I liked it when the Pharaoh did it. I liked it when Sora did it.
I like belts
to win.
You ain't do it though.
Ooh.
I haven't had a chance to.
I'm
about
buy
to.
2 belts.
I'm gonna get it for Jerica. She already looked like a pirate. I might as well give it a double belt.
Do pirates have double belts?
Swashbuckle.
whatever.
Certain ones do.
They can have straw hats. They can have 3 swords. They can do whatever. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
Wow, you know.
Back to the
I'm
page.
gonna leave
I like
it
the
alone.
pose. Back to the page. I like the pose. That gym looks really nice.
That's
His
the best
eyes,
part.
his eyes forever never look like they look in the same place.
They should have
I
had
like-
him humming
In
in panel 5, where he's going back and forth to pick up the stuff. He should have been humming because he seems happy. But
He does.
You know.
He looks. When I saw that, I imagined him humming.
yeah.
I was surprised you didn't.
I like
He
panels
was probably
3.
thinking of more names to name his attacks.
Oh, gosh.
I like panels 3, 6, and 7.
I do like 6.
grab.
I think that's the first panel with her in it. I like
Electro, put it in the bag.
Electro.
Throw it in the bag.
Y'all said it. not me.
of her that you like.
I feel bad that our main character, Caden, tends to have a lazy eye, but
Oh,
He's James
it's just like the
Franco.
baby from Grimmery Land. Maybe.
oh no.
Gramory.
He's collecting gems for Grimmery.
Gramory. That's probably what he's humming to himself. Gramory.
No, he's not.
How do you hum a name?
Oh my god!
I love how it chorused. That was awesome. Okay.
No.
Somebody give me a high five. Somebody watching the video, text me a high five.
Text
What the
you.
heck?
Text you? Don't you mean like tweet you or like
I don't know.
comment
Leave a
you
comment.
at-
Leave a comment with a high five.
comment you like something, but text you?
Man,
Storm just leaves his numbers in the comments.
He just want
please
everybody
text.
up in the DM. That's what he want. Be in Storm DMs.
You said it, not me.
But
Oh my gosh.
Listen.
the kind
sent
of
Storm
front
Raven
of her
message.
like
He was-
shirt, it kind of reminds me of like an exoskeleton. So I'm not a super big fan of that, but you know, whatever. That's what you're into.
Wait, what?
It's like
Oh,
armor over
like-
her sweater.
Like, is it
Yeah.
armor? Because it looks like armor only on like her stomach area. Like,
It does. It's
That's the most
it
vital
looks
area.
like-
She has protection everywhere else.
okay.
Anyway,
Um,
it looks like a stomach plate or something.
It just kind of, I don't know. I thought at first that it was like a corset, but a corset would probably have something around the back. So that's why I was like, maybe it's like a little piece of armor or something. But yeah.
We'll see.
could just be the design on the shirts. I don't know.
Also true.
All right. So
We
Sorta.
did it. We discovered and obtained the first relic to, I'm still here, Ahrah's crown.
The girl here is Bella G. Alice, a young archaeologist and scholar.
cool. 1 down, 11 more to go. Now let's get out of here before more crap happens.
Lead the way, my loyal and faithful bodyguard.
Oh,
Whipped.
Seriously?
you might be
What?
getting paid for this, dude. How you
Listen.
whipped when this your job?
But
Listen,
say if you're
listen.
getting paid, what the heck?
I'm just being ugly, okay? I'm just
This
being ugly.
This is just Dragon Ball, okay? She's
it's
Bulma,
not.
he's Goku.
Come on, Eric.
They're collecting the dragon auras.
You know
Um,
what?
Relic.
That's not even a bad analogy.
I'm not saying it's the exact same. I think it's just similar.
It's not. No.
Gold.
I said no. I was saying I was agreeing with you. It's not a bad analogy.
Not that Dragon Ball is the first story to have a girl and a boy going around to collect things around the world or something, but
Hey, it's the first one I think of.
well, yeah, because that's typically how people in America got introduced to the concept of Japanese animation.
Japanese MacGuffins.
Got your
Yeah.
go-lucky main character. Got your sultry but smart female partner. Like, got monsters. Got MacGuffins. Like, let's go.
Like
I'm
it.
increasing the sin count.
Ooh, for what?
Poor booby girl finally having an introduction. Through narration! Through narration!
But her name's Bella. She's not Booby Girl.
Have we gotten?
She
and
has
maybe I
a
missed
name,
it.
sir.
Have
do
we
you say, Mel?
named the main character yet?
Yeah, he had his
Aiden.
narration bubble a while ago.
Did he?
Narration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did they
Making sure.
introduce a narration of the cover page if they were just going to narrate it to us 6 pages in? Why aren't they having dialogue?
Maybe they expected us to not read the cover page.
Or maybe every issue this
Or-
series shows up, they would just have that same one that we saw.
Also true.
Well, just
Possible.
so you know the characters when we know the characters.
Look, I don't know.
Maybe they were like holding out for like, you know, an anime. So they're like, this is where in the anime the narrator would say it because they wouldn't say it in the theme.
I like the first panel. Stairs, nice little zoom out angle. Apparently she's wearing a skirt while going on a mission into a deep dungeon.
Hey, that skirt is protected by 2 belts. 2, count them, 2 support belts.
Yep. I like her expression and pose on the second panel, same as his. Yeah, she has nice expressions, throughout the chapter so far. That's all I really got.
What the heck did he say so for?
So, I'm guessing he's asking her, did whatever the heck you were doing go well?
Like, they would have came there in order to get the relic in the first place. I don't think they would go through all this trouble if they didn't know it was already here. So I'm just thinking, what was he expecting to happen here?
Maybe he's just looking for a status update because maybe he doesn't know exactly what their mission is. He just if he's just her bodyguard, he probably doesn't know all the details.
Maybe. But going on to 3.
She does make nice expressions.
Of course he'd say that.
Bruh.
So right, panel 3. What can you all say is a little bit odd about this?
Her eyes.
Panel 3?
Yeah.
Her eyes and her right hand.
Oh no, there's one thing that should be immediately obvious. And honestly, I wasn't thinking either of those things.
I'm going to take a guess and say it doesn't involve what I think you think I might be thinking you're thinking about.
What?
Don't read into it too hard, Storm.
Hanging around you people, it's become a habit.
No, that was your hint.
You people.
I don't know. I'm probably thinking something different from what you're
Don't
thinking.
read into it too hard, Storm.
The breasts?
Okay. It's going over his head. Speech bubbles.
What about him?
Oh yeah, that stood out to me when I was reading it.
The placement of the text.
Look at the
inside.
look at the way they're spaced out. And look how much negative space of just no words is above the second part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was reading the dang thing.
Yeah, I would have shaped the top parts. I would have drawn it differently.
You just need one speech bubble. I don't know why they split it up like that.
I don't know if this was translated from a different language or something, but there's like a couple of general guidelines when it comes to like formatting your text inside a bubble. They done broke like 2 laws. The first of which, you don't go, we did, then a single word, then keep spacing it out to the end of it. Supposed to like contour to the shape of the bubble.
Yeah, bubbling 101.
Like aside from that, she looks happy.
She's
Welcome
wearing
back.
shorts, Nico.
Okay. It was hard to see, I guess. If those are shorts, they're shorts. That makes more sense. Well, that was fun. Wait. One more thing I gotta do before we go.
What do you mean?
Say goodbye to this ancient pain in the ass. Oh my God. If he say
He's
Electro Maya, I mean
Electro Maya.
No.
Electro Beam.
Lightning Kameha.
Oh God.
First off,
That
panel 3, that expression is life. I love
that
it.
expression, though. You love it.
I rate.
You don't like it. I like it.
right. The
I'm
eyes
like,
the eyes
just-
are weird and the mouth.
Oh
is weird.
my God. We watch you guys too. Jesus.
No, it's just
I don't like it.
I like when people do that expression. It's like, but I think they're doing it for a different reason. She's like, "What do you mean?" Mine would be more of a, "You an idiot," but
Okay.
I like her expression in panel 4. What are you doing?
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and she.
Also, not for nothing, but what the heck happened with the sizes of panels 2 and 3?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Look at them.
One's
noticed
bigger-
that too. It's
bigger
weird.
That's a
little?
deliberate choice. I've done that.
A lot of people do that.
There's no.
I don't like that at all, but that's his personal preference.
But
That-
you do
I'm fine with
That
it.
adds nothing.
Doesn't take away anything either.
No, it literally takes away from the height.
We don't need the height. We don't look at her for her height. As
No.
we've
Yeah.
been
Look.
trained.
No,
Man, this.
no, stop. That's just jarring for no reason.
Final panel looks nice. I like how he does the sound effects, how they wrap around like that. Whirl. Yeah. Go circle a bush.
I don't like her hair in the first panel. It's way too short for the rest of everything else. Like, it's like clustering up behind her head, but that, like, it's like a different person's hairstyle, except for the like little like poofies that are brought down.
Poofies.
So, well, I don't know what else you'd call them, but like, also, I'm just gonna, really, guys, third panel, really.
I don't like it.
She just
I
looks
don't
done
like
with life.
It
I
don't.
don't like it.
It's just, it's not even the expression, it's the way it's drawn.
It's
Like,
not.
the eyes
Good.
the
I
eyes
just
are
think she
too
looks done with life. I respect that.
the eyes are too far apart and the nose and mouth are too far down.
I think my biggest part is what she's saying with that expression.
Right, like I'm like the expression doesn't match up with like the what do you mean? Like it's
Cool.
not.
Cool. We said expression, not the words going along with it.
The
No, like-
words should mean something with the expression that you have, though.
There shouldn't be a
And then
disconnect.
like
the
the
page,
panel, I
yes,
like
we're not
the
talking
expression.
about how that fits with everything else. We
I
are
was
literally
about, like-
talking about just what you see.
I like the expression.
The
The words do
expression.
not link up with it. No, but
Clearly.
I like expressions like that.
Moving on.
Next page.
Kaboom!
Buster!
Rumble, rumble, rumble.
Why?
Rumble, rumble, rumble.
You can do that at the beginning. Oh wait, no, you need the relic.
Yes, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. The next page. Yeah, the blast looks cool. I like his expression. In
What is
general.
Storm? Is Storm?
The heck?
It is Storm. that is who was talking.
What is coming? What are you talking about? What's happening?
No, look at her in panel 3. You'll already know.
Yeah,
The
I
punchy.
know. Yeah,
It's
the Punchy
coming.
McPuncherston.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's so scared.
Okay, it sounded like Storm was reading ahead. I was confused.
No, I'm not.
He's
reading
reading
ahead.
with us.
I'm
But it's
making
coming
an
as-
inference. I looked at panels 3 and 4, and I'm like, oh snap, let's go.
And then
Because there's
his whole,
something he would do.
did he really just? That is what's that thing? That is he's not an archaeologist, so you don't do that. I see why she mad.
He's a barbarian.
Barbarian.
I would
I
say
like-
sorcerer.
How he wasn't even anywhere close to that scared of Captain Skull Jackson and the Goons.
Skull.
Skull Moose. But like as
I'll take
soon as like he turns around after feeling so satisfied and proud of himself, just the life drains from his face and he's slack-jawed in fear.
It happens.
Okay, well, can we just talk about how this voltage buster doesn't seem to have any visible lightning?
I mean,
Because he busted the voltage, so there is no lightning.
There could be electricity arcing around parts of the blaster, is what he's saying, I believe.
I'm just glad. Look, I'm just glad it's not Electro Blaster, so I'm fine with it.
Electro Buster.
Anything, almost. If it has
Sure.
Buster in it, chances are I'm gonna like it.
Yes, voltage.
Blockbuster.
Mega Buster.
Blockbuster.
Ultra Buster.
First off,
Maximum over.
it's
Oh,
real
no.
Mega Buster.
Hey,
Okay?
look, I ain't talking about Frank West, man. I'm talking about actual Mega Man.
Finish Buster.
One actual Mega Man. is
Finish
straight-
Buster.
They know what I'm talking about. Finish
It's a real
Buster.
attack.
We
Buster
ain't talking about
Cannon.
Dragon Ball
okay?
right now.
Is it
Finish
Dragon
Buster.
Ball?
It's Trunks'
Really?
move. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
Finish
man.
Buster.
Hey, no,
That's
you
Trunks'
look,
move.
you ain't about to hate on Finish Buster, okay? That is that.
Ooh.
Ew.
No, it's
Oh,
Budokai,
gosh.
man.
Dunking on somebody. But back to this. Back to
What?
It do look kind of whack. I'm sorry.
it could have done that better.
No, the
Yeah.
Voltage Buster looks nice. I was talking about the Finish Buster.
I'm talking about the voltage buster. It could have
Oh,
done that
I'm
better.
fine with it.
All it needs is a little bit of electricity, just to give it that oomph.
Yeah.
I would have liked it better if, like, rather than just coming, like, from here, like, with the circle lines, if part of it was coming out from, like, his hands or something, because that's been where all the
Right.
electricity is coming from. I feel like that would have helped a bit.
I like literally every panel on this page except the first one. The first, I like his pose. Just the attack itself doesn't seem cool to me.
Darn it, Caden. How could you blow up an ancient landmark like that? You know, if the Academy found out I was associated with a menace like you, they would revoke my scholarship.
Meh. What's the big deal? The archaic core will spawn the dungeon.
What?
Not to mention, you only paid me to protect you on this quest of yours. You didn't say I couldn't destroy stuff along the way.
The archaic core, the source of all archaea, on Earth and home to the great one, Ahrah.
Okay, there's several things I gotta ask about this page in general.
What?
Number one, how did she ask a question in panel 2 without a question mark?
Look, it ain't a question.
How could you
Punctuation.
blow up an ancient landmark like that?
How could you do that?
That is a question.
Like,
How could you?
seriously, like, how could you do that?
Number 2, if she knows he has destructive tendencies, why in the world would she hire him specifically?
Nobody else.
To protect her, probably.
Why
Number
they
3,
not show the punch?
Maybe to answer your question number 2, maybe there was nobody else that was willing to do it.
okay, look, I think at that point, if you had to risk getting kicked out of your, college because of one time,
She ain't gonna get
Hire
kicked out.
Maybe
because
she didn't have
what
enough
is
to pay him.
gonna- She just gonna lose the scholarship. That's not getting kicked out.
Guys, I got it.
if she need that to attend, yes.
Maybe she don't need it. Maybe she rich.
No,
Teaser.
She's not rich.
no.
Oh my god.
I have a theory.
What?
Maybe
Maybe.
this is kind of like Konosuba, where she doesn't have the bread necessary to pay someone who's more talented or more qualified. So she just spent what she could afford on this clown.
What does that have to do with Konosuba?
You know how you don't have enough money to okay, forget the Konosuba reference. Basically, I think maybe she just didn't have enough money to pay someone more qualified. That's my
Someone smarter, I guess.
more
Also,
qualified.
Like, if it's just gonna respawn anyway, why was she mad about him destroying it?
Maybe
probably
that's why she
takes-
didn't punch his lights out.
It probably it probably takes a long time for it to respawn.
I mean, I guess, but I'm like, she made it sound like it would never ever be restored ever.
It could just.
Sounds
It probably
right.
is not the action. Probably just the principalities.
I mean, yeah, there's principalities in this, but I'm just like, dog.
But maybe that's what it is.
If you don't tell nobody it's destroyed, who's gonna know?
Someone's
Right, but
Discord
people will
is
still find out. Maybe there are archaeologists out there that was planning to explore it tomorrow. You never know.
But I mean, if she already did it, then why would they?
Because they don't know that she did it.
Speaking of which, if that respawns, does the actual MacGuffin respond too? Like, I
I
just
don't
have
know.
more questions opening up.
I say that part I don't know.
They took his core though, so why would he respawn?
No, the core thing. Like, he destroyed the ruins that they got it from. Like, who's to say the stuff inside wouldn't? Also, this pout 4 out of 10 could have been better.
I liked it.
For what?
The pout.
As weird as this artist draws face sometimes, I was okay with that pout.
The powder's for. Well, I like the pose of it. I like that pose. Well, it's 4 out of 10. I'd probably give it like a 7.
Well, that's you. That's not me.
Why is it just a 4?
Because it doesn't make me feel anything.
Well, what are you supposed to feel?
That's his fault.
Sympathy for the plight that she's in the situation.
I like her pout better than her expression on panel 1. But
Well-
that's just me.
Yeah, kind of. A little bit.
This is my opinion. You don't
I
have to
can't
share
wait.
the opinion.
Next page, please. Pretty please.
That's not the point. That's right. Caden is a hired hand. Because I lack attack-based magic, I hired him to keep me safe while I search for the relics. I sure did pick a crazy one.
Hey, you haven't even told me what the hell is so great about these. What are they called again? Oh, relics.
Yes, can't you just pay attention when I tell you things?
No, not really. You bookworms are kind of boring.
Jerk.
What the heck is going on?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's getting a sin. Skip!
Bruh.
The transition in dialogue from panels 4 to 5 is weird.
Well,
Oh wait, no, actually no. On reread, no, it makes sense. Yes, Okay, yeah. She's getting irritated. Never mind.
So what's the point of the yes, I back and forth? The same
It's
time.
to show that she was about to explain it, but then she's irritated the fact that she's probably have to explain things over and over for this guy, and she just caught herself in the middle of doing it and doesn't want to do it anymore.
Basically.
I've seen it in movies all the time.
She was like, yes, I did. Like,
I'm
yeah.
about to say, it just sort of stopped in a weird place.
Well, I think she was also kind of caught off guard because it seems like she was kind of zoning off just in her thoughts about how she hired this guy, and then she just randomly started he just started randomly asking questions again. So she's probably was like, well, yeah, I hear what you said, but then was like, holy crap, I'm explaining this for the 10th time. Like for example, Necro just got upset.
He's always in a good mood.
Also, can we talk about, I don't know, Gobblehead here? Like, he kind of started to annoy me a bit.
Which one? Keikaku?
Gobblehead.
Caden.
I'm calling you
Kaden.
Keikaku.
You will not disrespect the glory of Keikaku by associating it with him. How you gonna ask a question and then dismiss the answer to the question? Like, clearly he's the hired muscle, but honestly, I'm not sure if he's that good at that either. Because I'm starting to feel like Captain Skull Jackson wasn't really all that threatening anymore.
You dare mock the great Captain Skull Jackson?
He is the first and only threat we've seen so far, and someone that doesn't pay attention to explanations to questions he's inquiring himself about. No doubt. Like, this is the beginning anyway.
I mean, he did yeet the entire building.
He did.
Look, it's inside a cave. You take out the top, it basically does the rest of it itself.
But to be fair, we have nobody else to compare him to. Maybe he is that guy.
He wasn't supposed to destroy the entire building. That's part of the problem. Like, he can, but like, for example, just because you have power, if you can't use it well, then that doesn't make you good.
With great power comes great responsibility. So I'm adding a sin because that is Spider-Man, which is owned by Marvel, which is owned by Disney. So there we go.
Oh my god.
Gosh.
Can we go to the next movie? Please, God.
Wait, is there nothing else to say about this one?
No.
Like the nice buildings in the background and how they got the whole perspective thing done pretty well?
Yeah. That's done pretty darn well.
In the first panel.
Well, yeah, that's the only one with buildings in it.
The second and third panels are my favorites.
Why the third?
Oh.
Because
she has a nice expression there.
I'm really picky about. I'm really, really, really picky about profile poses, and that one looks pretty well done.
So why the second one?
Just I like panels where you have when you have two people in a zoom in shot. I just like that angle, that view.
Okay.
They have matching backpacks. Do you think they both picked them out at the same store, or do you just think it was like Winky Dink?
Maybe she had two of them and she gave him the other one.
No, they're
using the same screen tone. That's about it.
Anywho, the 12 relics are history's greatest treasures. Each holds a special and unique magical trait. In legend, when all 12 relics are gathered, they will combine, reverting back to their true form, the crown of the Great One, Ahrah.
Ahrah, huh? Grand creative Earth in the arcane rooms. Not that it's any concern of mine, but what does the Academy intend to do with the crown?
I'm really not allowed to say, but it's better to mankind.
How so?
I'm liking the story so far.
I'm not gonna go there.
Typical adventure story. Got your MacGuffins. Yeah. I'm liking the flow of this chapter so far. Flow is really well done.
You guys really like that word recently.
They jacked a thing from skeletons, and now they're talking about why they jacked a thing from skeletons. Storm, we have basically 2 beats so far. Calm down.
I really enjoy these backgrounds. I will say that for sure.
The ones that are tone or like the ones where they actually draw things in?
The one that actually draw things in. Like the bottom 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, let's get moving. I want to hurry back in the academy.
Okay. After that, we're going to the guild hall. Gotta check my stats and cash in.
Oh.
Actually, if my map is correct, there's a guild hall down the road. Let's just go there first. It's actually my first time being in one.
Guardian Town, Guild Hall.
Okay, so her face just changed completely.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Also, suddenly lipstick.
Also,
you sure that's not Shadow?
What's casting the shadow?
Cast.
Okay.
Why do they have guild hall? Well, I mean, yeah, I guess the top one you can't really see, so I'll give them a pass.
Well, I can see it I can read it just fine. Guild Hall.
Also, they have stat screens.
Where?
Yeah, check that. Well, he's mentioned check your stats.
Oh, okay.
I.e., stat screens.
Am I the only?
Sorry, you go first.
Am I the only one getting FT vibes?
What is that?
Fairy
Fairy
Tail.
Tail.
Fairy Tail doesn't have stat screens.
I've never
I think
heard
you mean
anybody call it
the guild
FT.
hall.
Talking about like, spiky haired dude and then light haired girl walking back to a guild hall together of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Really? That makes you think fairy tale.
Yes, it does. When Natsu and Lucy first went to Fairy Tale's guild hall. Yes, it does.
He's lightning instead of fire. Oh no.
I don't really think of
Man,
fairy
Thunder
tale,
Dragon
but-
Roar.
I mean, guild halls aren't exactly something unique to fairy tale,
I know.
Not saying they are.
Like, yeah, she happens to be light-haired, and he happens to kind of sort of have spiky hair, sort of. He ain't got a scarf. He ain't got sandals.
It's not a one-to-one comparison. How, you know what?
I get it. I get the concept. Castle looks decent. Nice viewpoint.
Perspective was pretty well done in the fourth panel.
Yeah. Yep.
I might be the only one who likes her expressions on this page.
That first panel, her eyes look a little weird to me.
I like the background in panel 3, like the detailing on the wood and the stones and stuff. So I do feel the stones feel a bit flat.
This feels like an ending to me.
Let's find out! Not yet.
The Guild Hall is a special place where seekers gather to find work, socialize, and form parties.
Time to check and boost my stats.
Hello, fellow seeker. How can I assist you today?
Stat check and boost.
Oh.
DXD.
Okay, please proceed to the Archaea reader.
Hmm.
Not bad.
Fun bag central over here.
Hey, look. You know how that lady in Konosuba is.
I know. Look,
Hey,
That's
I'm not
Tor.
saying it's a bad thing. It's just an observation.
I'm not saying you said it's a bad thing. I'm saying you should expect that.
I do.
Bring up Konosuba.
I mean, they gotta have some. I mean, they gotta have somebody to look good to introduce the travelers to their guild hall. I mean,
She works the front desk store. She tell everybody what to do. It ain't just first timers.
She does have a big chest though, because she's wearing a shirt under that, like a collared shirt. Like, do you see it?
Mhm.
So yeah, that would feel suffocating.
yeah,
What if
that's a college? That is a collared shirt.
It is.
What if the
college
collar
wearing a
is
shirt?
just by itself?
That's what I think.
Oh, that could be. Oh, yeah, that could be another thing.
Just
Maybe
like that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because it looks like the waitress in the first panel's got the same thing, or something very similar to that.
Oh my god.
I thought that was like a
Waitress has a
necklace.
choker.
Oh my
It
god.
might be
Like a
like a
choker.
discount choker or something like that.
What kind of choker would look like this though?
I don't know.
I
We in a
don't know.
fantasy land. We just,
It's the
That'd
same
be
color.
ugly,
It's the same color as her skin. We don't really know for sure.
man.
Maybe we'll see an up close in the next page.
Also, you don't typically see the line outlining a breast through a shirt.
That is true.
That's why I thought it was just a collar by itself.
It might be.
I just thought it was
That's why I think-
extremely tight.
Nah, man, that's not how that works.
I've
I mean,
changed my
anyway.
vote. I think it's just collared by itself.
You would see shading to represent that curve, not the actual line itself.
In theory.
No, that's how it works.
What if they just forgot to draw it?
I've watched more than enough. That's how it works.
Either way, Mr. Kilk with his blank card.
His name is Kilk. You know what? It would have been so much more interesting if this was the first time we found out his name.
That works for him.
Yeah, for him.
She'd be screwed though.
Why?
Well, like I said, he could have called out to her in the very first thing when he was yelling out to her when he was fighting.
Yeah.
And then if we would just known that this unknown hero who she just can't stand right now, and now we finally know his name, I think that would have been a lot better.
He took off the bag and set it on the opposite side, which my biggest thing is I understand they probably trust people in this random guild hall, but would you set your bag down just in the floor at a random location? I wouldn't.
I mean, if
trust
he's that dude, then he probably don't care.
Okay.
Run up, get done up.
Caden K. Seeker name Caden D. Kilk. Seeker type Brawler. Seeker level 38. Seeker rank A. Archaea attribute Lightning. Strength 9. Agility 9. Vitality 6. Intelligence 5. Dexterity 6.
5.
I don't know what luck stands for.
No, dexterity 5.
That's luck.
Dexterity 5. Luck 4. Archaic gear Argonaut.
Oh.
Time to upgrade his strength and agility, maybe. Probably just strength.
Stat screen!
Ew.
Are you done? I'm gonna put the negative space in those bubbles. So I told you, yeah, my man seems like he's that guy.
Does he though?
He's level 38. He a
I
baller.
don't.
His ranking is an A, so he must be at least decent.
Dog, he had to
Backpack.
boost. He had to boost his strength to double digits.
What that mean? He's still
Maybe-
he's still an A rank though.
Maybe it takes a lot to boost your stats.
Dog, he just
That's
upped it by
boost
5 doing one thing.
I'm saying
He did one thing, but that one thing was about the creator of that game. So I think that was a pretty high level mission. He has an A rank.
I would say for the detail storm, because you said it was getting better on the last panel on this page, panel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like he could have used a bit more love on that bottom panel.
No,
She
because-
got more love in this panel than he did.
she has a name.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh,
Wow.
touchy.
Wow. I called neither of them by their names and only care about her.
God.
Wow. Well, you know what? She's dat chick now. She don't even.
I am dead.
No,
God,
that was not
am
supposed to sound as touchy as I made
No.
it sound.
No,
Oh
was.
no,
my
I know what you were saying.
gosh.
You said what you said. You meant it. It's fine.
My man.
I did,
That
but I didn't
was
mean for it to
not
come
your
off as I didn't.
detail.
Why are you like this?
Caden didn't get as much love in this panel, and not from Storm, not from the author.
Dang.
Poor Caden.
Oh no. She has a name.
Yeah.
Did it really? Akashic, did it really sound like that?
Yes.
You did.
It sounded
You
like
were
you was
so
about to
bad.
throw hands.
I wasn't.
You're just like, no, how could you dare forget?
I had the most. No, it was just like hey, quick reminder.
Mm-hmm.
Quick
Yeah.
reminder.
That's
I
what
didn't
it
even say Caden's name either, though. Like, I just said she got more love than he did, and you were just like, she has a name. How freaking dare you not say it? Her beautiful name. That
I
has
didn't
graced us.
say all that.
It's
Okay,
how
can we
it
can move
felt.
on.
We can move on.
Not yet. Gotta go to the exchangery.
Talk.
Bella.
So this is a guild hall. Everyone here looks happy.
Yeah. Guild halls are where seekers get paid, hang out, and just cut loose. We all come together with the same goal. Guess I meant to say are where us seekers.
Typos are typos.
Of course.
Panels. I like panel 6, 5, and 6.
6 is pretty lively, I would say.
Mhm.
I respect that. But the fact it's called the exchangery, I cannot get over that.
Yeah, that's another sin.
I don't know.
I'm going
Just
to
a
the
weird-
exchangery. Yeah,
It's a weird name to me.
Oh, it is. I definitely agree with you there.
To be the best, and one day I'll rule over them as the king of the Magus.
Oh no.
Main character. Main character.
I see. He wishes to walk the path of the Magus King. Oh,
Shadow
sorry.
People.
I didn't see you there.
Thud.
It looks like he just pushed her. Something was
Bumped
off
into
to
her.
me about the first panel. The way that Caden is drawn. Kind of off.
I want to say the way his fist is in relation to his forearm.
Yeah. I was also thinking of maybe his head. And the way his torso kind of expands is...
I think it might have been the angle they tried to like draw it at just wasn't as good for them to do.
Pose looks a little out of perspective to me. Like, it doesn't match the implied perspective of the background.
Or maybe the background doesn't match him.
Either.
Who knows?
About to say, he is the main character.
I like her posing, her expression in panel 2.
Same. You know what? I was about to say that, but I felt I felt a troll coming.
And her face changed again in panel 3.
Yes.
A little bit.
Her hairstyle looks a little different.
No, like, it's like there's times where her face looks one way, and then, like, on the same page, I guess when they were trying to draw a different angle, it kind of makes it look like a different person at times. In the face. And then we got Ganondorf here.
Ganondorf.
Stop.
What?
I will not. Every time I say his name, I don't say Ganondorf, I say Ganondorf.
No, it's
You will
Ganon. It's Ganon. Like, there's two N's. Ganon.
Ganondorf?
No, Ganon.
Stop.
Ganondorf?
Can we
Stop.
continue?
Like canon,
Yes.
but Ganon?
My goodness. That was some Ganondorf. Just next page.
He didn't even say that.
He didn't say the extra N.
Also,
Ganondorf.
No. Next page. That's the only thing with the ends that we concerned with.
Well,
oh, you're gonna.
oh, why does he look like that?
Oh, look at the top of his head. Look at his lips.
I call this guy.
Well, go for it.
Shout outs to
Because
anyone watching this video who got the
This
reference.
just makes me so sad. But here we go. Watch it, wench.
Hey, the girl said she was sorry. Now pull that head out of your ass and apologize.
Okay, so
I,
can we just take a moment to talk about the theme that's supposed to be going on here with this one group? Like, are they based on bulls or demons or
like Demon Viking.
Captain Skull Jackson? I really can't tell because they kind of have similar horns, but they're not skeletons, so they can't be skull mooks. But they got the fur, which is way more than Skull Jackson had because he was just, skull and bones. So it's like, and then we got this one dude on the right with his little tongue sticking out like he's trying to be a rapist or something. I don't understand the theme here.
Maybe there's Skull Jackson mooks in training.
No.
In training.
You will not.
The Skull mooks in training.
So what? The
Please
graduation
don't.
is getting drowned in acid to turn them into skeletons?
Yeah, when they die,
Disrespects
that's their
this
graduation,
capital.
and then they become official mooks.
All
No,
I'm gonna say is
Their helmets aren't pointy enough like the actual skull mooks.
That's exactly why they're in training. When
No.
they die, they gonna
No.
get the official one. It's like
No.
a graduation cap.
all I'm
No.
gonna say is this.
Disrespect. You will not disrespect CSJ.
All-
Jay,
Captain
Captain
Skull
Skull
Jackson.
Jackson.
I know,
Come on,
I
man.
know who you meant, but you was disrespecting him earlier.
I was not.
You said he wasn't a threat.
Yeah.
By power level, because he the first thing that got no diff so easily.
It wasn't no diff. They was throwing hands. They was banging swords.
Dog. No.
They were banging
Also,
swords.
it's a Samurai Champloo reference. But look, all I'm gonna say is I can't take the main dude seriously. That hairstyle is just killing me.
His mustache on his head.
I can't take him seriously. I can't.
He has his horns built into his hair. What's the problem?
That's why I can't take him serious.
And he's got the little bull nose ring thing too. Like, oh, maybe they are based on bulls.
It's not the nose ring. It's his hairstyle. Plus, it looks like that fur boa makes his shoulders look more hunched than they probably are, and his head looks huge.
Because his head is huge. Because he's
His
huge. Have
nose
you seen
ring
his
is
gut?
so big that it looks like he's a mouth breather by default. So Captain
Well,
Mouth Breather with his weird group, heckin' matching outfits, like they're in some sort of club.
He ain't a captain.
Also, why does he look like he has a hernia in his right eye in panel 3? This dude look like he has a hernia. A hernia.
Oh, hernia?
There it is.
Oh,
A hernia.
Oh god.
Oh god. Comments. Oh. Oh. Also, I can respect the artist for trying to make Bella look scared, but again, the eyes are just drawn too weird.
looks like her face is a bit.
Shoot, they should take some pages out of Shiver Chan's book back from Clock Striker.
Oh gosh.
Hey, look, I called her that for a reason.
Okay.
She had it down.
She
Well,
was a
maybe
pro.
she ain't shivering.
Trembling in fear.
She looks okay in panel 4.
Is she looking down in panel 4?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What?
Probably looking at his belly, trying to figure out what the heck happened there.
Here.
Or she's looking at my man's hand. It's like, did he just touch me?
I don't think he's touching her.
Is he close to touching me?
There we go. Mr. Nose Ring doesnn't have any fangs, so all his teeth have been ground down, so technically he is a bull. Well,
He doesn't have a name yet.
he eats grass.
Next page.
Oh no!
I
He's
told
sliding
you.
down.
Any,
Slippery slope. Slippery
Any-
slope.
at least the previous page, he looked somewhat intimidating, and now I'm just laughing at him.
No.
He doesn't even look.
No.
I could take him. Like, really, he isn't that a threat. He's not.
What was that?
And
Is he
Storm Raid.
crazy? That's bull. He's a super dangerous seeker.
Let's see how this plays out.
Crap. You got balls, kid, talking to me like that.
I love how he looks just like, really, dude? Like, really, bro? Like, you're seriously grabbing me. Like, I can't take you seriously. It looks like everything you ate just sunk down to, like, your stomach and your thighs, dude. Like, stop.
You about to touch
hold on.
your nose to my
That's-
nose? How dare you?
What was that old RX reference? What that boy said, boy, could you like not grab me?
Bro, could you, like, not grab me? You don't even know me like that.
Oh, so we have
All right, now that we've gone through the whole page. So, this is alternate reality Wario. No objections. No
I
objections.
object.
No objections.
I object.
Why?
He ain't got
His
a mustache.
arms are too long.
Are
Like,
they
Wario has long
Mario's
arms.
more compact.
Wario has long arms.
This dude's got a bit more of it heckin' proportioned. It's not proportioned right. But it is, like, Wario is, like, more compact than this guy.
That's
He
why I said alternate reality.
He
he's
looked like,
alternate reality Stinky Pete from the Goofy movie.
He
Oh
looked-
no.
he
No.
looked like he looks like the mutant love child of Cruella de Vil and Hagrid.
Oh, why you gotta do that to them like that? You're not completely wrong.
So,
I like panels 4 and 5, especially 5.
Yeah.
well, yeah, he kind of looks threatening there, sort of.
No, I'm talking about Caden's face. Like, bro, like, stop. Like, seriously.
Well, there's like a bit of a you touching me? What the? Really, dude? Like it goes from like a little bit of shock to like a just I can't with you. So it is nice.
Yes, he is pretty nonplussed about this.
Non what?
Nonplussed.
What?
You got
Nonplussed. Look it up, kids.
I'm good.
It's for the
Any other
people
comment?
watching.
Also, I like how he draws his bystanders. A lot of detail put into it. That's okay. Also, did anybody peep the waitress in the second panel? That's the same.
Oh, you mean like see her? Yeah. I was like, she's really doing her job, like, because she's still been walking around with the same tray and the same arm. Well, not the same, but you know what I mean. Like, she's doing her job.
Your girl gotta get paid.
Ha! With your giant belly, I bet you can't even find yours.
Oh my god! Everybody's just looking like, oh my god, are you
Or
serious?
like they're gonna vomit.
They look like they're trying
Oh,
to
is
hold
it
back
laughing?
laughter.
Maybe
They're trying to
when
hold
he
back
did
tears
One
of
dude's
laughter.
cheeks puffed out in the background was what I thought was vomiting, but nope, it's just
Nah.
giggling.
That's holding
That's
back
right.
chuckles.
That's not even funny.
No, like I was. They might just think of him as a joke.
They can't. They were literally just saying he is a gigantic threat.
Speaking of second panel, what's happening to him?
To who?
Heckin' bull. Why does he look like that?
Alternate reality Wario. No objections.
Mutant love
told
child
you.
of Cruella de Vil and Hagrid.
That's way too long-winded.
I told you, it's Pete. Alternate reality Pete from a Goofy movie.
ARP? Okay, I could dig that acronym.
Smirky smirk.
It just smirks. Everyone thinks it's funny. I don't think it's funny, but you know,
Even-
maybe in this universe, it's probably hilarious.
Even Bella. And then I guess he just disappears or something.
He's about to
Is he
get shocked.
teleporting?
I think he's gonna get shocked.
He's gonna get Electro Knuckle. That's what's gonna happen.
Please don't. Oh my gosh.
Oh, let's find out.
I'm really trying to
Going
think of
down.
a funny comeback for him.
All right, boys, let's show him why we're not to be played with.
I like the pose in panel 1 and 2.
Did I just hear a cork pop?
Yep. That's the lightning.
My man's doing those ace poses. I like it.
Or
Most
just move faster.
Electricity?
Because lightning
faster.
powers.
in fiction, usually lightning is depicted as a representation of speed. So 9 times out of 10, characters with lightning powers can teleport or move really, really fast.
Like Sonic the Hedgehog.
For
No.
the Flash?
Wow. Okay. You know what? Akashic. Leave it alone.
Also, Tongue Boy, tongue's still out. What's
Yeah.
his deal? What his problem?
That's
That's
his
his
thing.
identifying characteristic. So you
That's
know
his-
which one he is.
That's his catchphrase.
You know what? I could buy it. You got the darky, you got the tongue boy, and then you got the one no one cares about.
I thought there were two that had, like, that. What? Because he has 4 minions.
I know there's 4. I'm just saying. There's the dark one here. There's the tongue one here. There's the one no one cares about. There was another one with like a cleft chin, but they're not here. So
Oh, okay.
what am I gonna do?
Oops. Any other comments on this page?
Nope.
Oh, I got one.
Hmm.
Back in panel 1. Can we just talk about how somehow the act of alternate reality Pete just turning his head back and forth somehow makes him look like the least intimidating thing in this whole chapter so far?
He looked like that since the moment he stepped on panel.
Not unlike, at least then he still looked, somewhat big. But here, there's just nothing to take serious anymore.
His nose ring also kind of looks like he has a booger coming out of his nose rather than a nose ring, so...
You see, that's what I mean.
Because, like, the nose ring should have, like, moved up or something with his movement, or, like, not been, like, looking like that for it to be intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Nope.
No.
I got a question.
What is your question?
So remember when they were like, "Oh my God, that's Bull. Who does this kid think he is?"
Yep.
Yeah.
I wonder what level Bull is and what his rank is.
24.
Level 5.
No,
Like,
25.
no.
Kid, right?
If he's this infamous,
Mm-hmm.
he must be higher than A, because level 38, rank A. Apparently, no one knows who he is.
Maybe he just keeps it a secret.
He might not have been to this guild before, because he had to ask where things were.
This wasn't the guild he was originally thinking of anyway, so.
That is
So
true.
they just don't know him. Also, people might just assume because he looks big and strong that he is big and strong, but he might not, like, ever show that he's actually big and strong.
They knew his name.
Yeah, like, he might tell, but not show.
No, they know he's a super dangerous seeker, though.
He looks like a super dangerous, and he's got mooks that talk about how super dangerous he is. But is he super dangerous? I don't think so.
All right, next page.
Moving along. Ma'am, shouldn't you help your party member?
No way. I'm more worried about them.
Ah?
If there's one thing I learned so far, is that my partner has a, well, very demonic temper.
Grumble
House
noises.
sipping tea. What is up?
Tongue Boy moved around, and we lost a minion.
Also, suddenly T.
Yep.
Well, she gave him some tea.
She's handing it to her.
I handed her the tea.
I didn't say she suddenly had T. I said suddenly T.
Well, there's tea to be had because she's letting him know. That's none of my business.
I like the barmaid.
She also has a case of the lazy eye a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we can see with her, it is in fact just a collar by itself. Because unlike the first one, her skin color is different from the color of the collar.
I cannot believe.
Get wrecked, Mel.
Hey! Hey!
Get wrecked.
I just said it would look dumb, and was I wrong?
Get
No,
wrecked.
it looked dumb.
Sure.
So,
Get
Y'all
wrecked,
have to-
Shinji.
Get wrecked. Really? Look, I said it looked dumb. It looked dumb. Your own fault. Your own fault.
I'm going to fancy a spot of tea while my partner does all the fighting.
Shall we
To
continue?
be fair, this isn't her
Yes,
job.
we shall continue.
No. Still, last panel. One last thing. Can we talk about the guy on the far right? You just skip it on air.
Oh,
Dang
you
right.
forgot to give him a kick.
No, he got his arm drawn back like he about to punch.
Yeah,
and then we
punch
got
kick.
ARP about to punch. And then we got the dark one. Got his claws down like he's about to scrape. And then the one on the side, he's just going to lick him, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what you were about to say.
Nah, I said what I was going to say.
Oh, he said
You
what he
hear
said.
what he said?
Ew.
Kaboom. Damn, that was pathetic. And you call yourselves seekers? Nothing but a bunch of losers flaunting their archaea around. Dude, hair though.
I like the first two panels.
Yeah, that explosion was well done.
Except the towers on the first two panels, like the outer towers, look kind of flat.
Yeah.
They are.
Explosion.
He's looking
Nice, though. That's a really nice Mega Bean in panel 2.
Don't.
You're gonna bait him.
I rate that explosion 30 points.
Was I wrong? Did he not have 4 background guys? Because I thought he did, but
He
I
did.
guess
One disappeared.
we've lost one.
Yeah. A while ago.
Did he just leave? Like he's like, I didn't sign up for this and just left?
No, they just stopped drawing them.
Yeah.
What? 4 is too many.
Got enough space. I like that fist. Clenching his fist. He's probably gritting his teeth too.
Nah. Although the bicep is in an interesting place, considering this is a left arm.
When I'm king of the Magus, I'll make sure that losers like you don't disrespect the traditions the ancient ones provided to us.
Oh,
To fight with one's greed-filled reasoning is a disgrace to us all. Come on, Bella. Let's get out of here.
Oh, I didn't even finish my tea.
When we get to where we're going, I'll buy you your tea. Oh, God.
Really? That's
Oh.
awfully nice of you.
Oh, my God.
Shocked expressions. Ah!
Oh,
Oh, my God.
My wall!
When we get to where we're going, I'll buy you your
can we just okay?
The person on the right, by the way, doesn't look like shocked with awe. She looks envious. Also, I cannot believe nobody's stopping him to make him pay for that.
Why would they? Look what he did.
Yeah.
Nobody's brave enough to step to him. Basically,
I like panel 4. That's all I say.
Yeah. I like panels 4 and 5. Also, can we just take a second to address how I'll make sure that losers like you don't disrespect the traditions the ancient ones provided for us. When this man's up around here blowing up monuments and stuff, like
Yeah.
Hypocritical.
Kind of hypocritical.
trifling. You're trifling.
Also, that comma after you definitely doesn't need to be there. If anything, they should have had it after King of the Magus. I mean, Pirates.
Isn't he from... Oh, sorry.
Okay. Nah, I'll take the other guy. The Eclair Familia. I always heard her members are fairly strong.
That doesn't give them the right to start fights and destroy property like that.
You are correct, but the Eclair Familia tend to be a short-tempered bunch. Unfortunately, there's no changing that. It's simply something we can never understand.
I'm back to being envious again with my little side blushies.
I'm so confused.
Is anyone here gonna be important?
Who knows?
Probably these two guys talking.
Maybe.
I say leather jacket guy. I think he'll be important.
Actually, Satan?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh?
You have the right to start fights and destroy property like that. Hopefully that person is important.
I hope he gets bodied, or she, whatever this person is.
Because he's just like, allow it. That's basically him. Allow it.
Moving on.
Also, I like how they suddenly know who he is now.
Last page.
Also, with familias, we up here is it wrong to try to pick up girls in the dungeon now?
Moving
I
on.
thought he was just.
Last page.
Is that what it really means to be a magus?
Not really, but it's one the principles we seekers live by. It's one of the many things we learned from the original Magus. The ancient ones, the braves.
Well, I hope you make it.
Heh, I will. I'm Keaton D. Kilk.
Oh no.
With my rune, nothing stand in my way.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's good to know he's goal-driven. Maybe he's not so bad after all. Let's head to the town's gate and make our way to the academy.
Lead the way, Bella. Question.
She fallen for
Teaser.
now, and I'm very irritated.
Panel
What does
5
it
is
stand
well
for?
drawn.
Okay, try that again.
What does this stand for?
Oh, the D?
Oh!
No.
D.
Oh!
What does it stand for?
Oh,
D.
No.
What?
No. Why am I just now noticing that?
What's it stand for?
D!
No.
What does it stand for? It's D. It stands for D.
And he's trying to be king of the X. Like, come on, man.
Goggles kid trying to be king of the blank. With the
You
D.
know what? You know
Hey,
what?
inspiration. It could be inspiration. Who knows?
I'm not even. It's just. Why am I just now noticing?
What?
You get a little Natsu inspiration, some Luffy inspiration, a little bit of Dragon Ball inspiration, probably. Not Dragon Ball, Digimon inspiration. A little fairy tale. I like panel 2, the way it looks, way she looks in the background. Panel 3, his expression is nice. 4, her expression is nice, background's nice. I actually like her eyes in panel 3 to 4. He seems decent. Yeah, all the panels on this one seem nice. Nothing really bad for me to say about it.
You're eating.
I like the backgrounds. Faces are done well.
Background's cool. His thumb at number 4, not so much.
Yeah, thumb could have been drawn better. Maybe for me, it's a little too skinny for.
It's also not arched in a way where it looks like he's pointing back to himself like you would expect in this situation.
I like the use of tones for the sky, even though the clouds in the first 2 panels look a little airbrushed.
Not all clouds are made the same.
Also, this might just be me, but it looks like they slapped the tone on here and like kind of rotated it like a 90-degree angle.
What, in number 4?
Yeah.
I could see that.
I really, really, really like her eyes in panel 4, though. I mean, panel 5.
Oh, yeah, number 3. That made my eyes hurt.
What about it?
Reading it.
Yeah.
Typos are typos.
All right, that was the end of chapter 1 of Crown of Ahrah. Now we're going to go around and give our opinions on the overall chapter, starting with Stormrave.
So I'm just gonna get this out of the way and say that I did take a bit. I do think Bella was more like, other than the ending, how she just kind of went with Caden after he kind of just ordered her to stop sipping tea and move out of the guild hall. I think she's pretty cool. I'm digging the fairy tale vibes. You know, this seems like it'll be a fun adventure story. Seems like there's a lot of lore, a lot of chances to expand on the world. Art is kind of choppy in places, but the fundamentals are there. So I feel like if it keeps working on this series, keeps working on this title, the art will get better. Like, as far as first chapters go, art-wise, I've seen a lot worse. Also, main character with lightning powers is automatically a win for me. I enjoyed reading this, and I would definitely read the second chapter.
Emil?
Overall, it was a fun read. I had to say that I enjoyed the Skull Minions and Captain Skull Jackson more than I did the second not Wario boss. He was very, I don't know, like, he had a lot of build up, and then like everyone was just laughing at him, and I felt like it was a bit disjointed. But like overall, I feel like this could be really interesting and fun. It has like interesting parts of the world that I'm like excited to learn about. Like, I would totally keep reading. As for the characters, to be honest, I'm not super attached to either of them very much, but it is a chapter 1, so it takes me a while to be attached to characters. But like I said, it is interesting enough for me to want to keep reading, just with what we've seen so far. It looks like it would be fun.
All right. Akashic?
It seems that it would be something that I would enjoy. I can already tell that I'm going to hate the main character if I continue to reading this past what we're going to be doing. I can already tell I'm going to hate him. But it's not the writer's fault. It's just the way that these character tropes go. The story and the lore is interesting enough that it's piqued my interest. Like, I'm not like super into it, but it's piqued my interest enough to want to continue to read it. And I do kind of want to see how the relationship between the two main characters grow. However, I'm going to be super irritated if they end up being a thing, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be a thing. But overall, I enjoyed the first chapter. I will continue reading it.
As for me, I enjoyed the main character to a point. I like action. Having lightning powers is intriguing to me. Weird name for attacks, but overall the poses and the action itself was interesting. The heroine, she seems like the what's the word? Fan servicey info dump slash plot driver of the series. So things are going to happen because of her, is what it seems like. And also, he's going to be the one to get them into trouble. So they have an interesting dynamic. Not really a fan of characters like that, but they have a nice balance to them. Art seems decent, especially the background and the fight scenes. But yeah, I agree with Emiel. The first half of the chapter was definitely better than the second half of the chapter. Kind of, I don't know, interest kind of dropped once they got to the guild hall. I think I would read chapter 2, see where it goes, see if it picks up, and then make a decision after that as to whether or not I would follow the series. Tizo?
Oh, yes, time for the serious opinion now. All right, so I already know how I feel about CSJ, aka Captain Skull Jackson, aka best character in this chapter 1. It's a shame he got killed off so quickly because he had such a large amount of development. He went from throwing his minions out by themselves to commanding them to going in for himself with his forward thrusting single slash. Like, come on, man. Can't hate that. Only thing is, it kind of started sliding downhill after that point because it's like they got the thing, but we got a whole another half of the chapter left. And in the process of trying to introduce us to the concept of guilds turning into spoils from the things you kill in the dungeon and stat screens that you power up, it's kind of like a less thorough version of what happens in Danmachi, which is kind of the low point for me. Like, the dude in the hall, like, he was really just there just so other people that are humans can see how strong, you know, Caden is. Like, I'm not even tripping on the fact he was weak. It's just the way we got introduced to that whole power system was not as, I guess, cool as it could have been for a first introduction to it. Kind of made it seem a bit more less exciting than it should have been. And also, like, the whole, you know, first exposure to a guild period, like, that kind of killed my excitement for me. So, as far as going into chapter 2, kind of in a similar position of Clock Striker, where I would only do so just to see how things develop, not from pure interest. And the good news is, we actually can, because it's in the second issue of Plus Manga.
All right.
Can I add something?
Go ahead.
I would also like to add that for those of you who've been following us this far, this is probably one of the best indie series I've read so far. Like, I would gladly read another chapter. This is probably one of the best ones I've read so far.
Oh, we had 3 of them.
I was about to say, this is the third one.
Only the third one.
Well, this is the one I like the most so far.
Okay.
I wonder why.
I don't. All right. Any final words before we say goodbye to the people?
Voltage Buster.
Please stop it.
Well, thank you for tuning in. This has been Top Flight Reads, Crown of Ahrah. Be sure to check out the description for a link to the series. Yeah, we'll see you all next week. TTFN.